What's up guys, QME back with another video. I'm going to be doing a tier list video today, but I wanted to start it off with some news. So Dragon Ball FighterZ is getting a new season for next year, 2026. And they did announce Goku Super Saiyan 4 from Daima is going to be coming out in spring 2026. So that's going to be a character a lot of people are looking forward to. I'm curious if he's going to be better than the current Super Saiyan 4 Goku that's in the game. Now that one does start off as Kid Goku, which I don't like that much. I'd prefer them just having a Super Saiyan 4, which I think this one's gonna be just Super Saiyan 4, no kid aspect to it. So it'll probably be better than the current Super Saiyan 4 in FighterZ for me. I also want to see a Vegeta Super Saiyan 4, so I'm hoping that they do that, or Super 17, man. Basically any game that doesn't have Super 17, I'd like to see. I'm gonna open it up just to show you guys. So I'm gonna have this muted. But let's just go through this a little bit. Let me see, guys. Actually, I'll put the audio up a little bit, just so we could see this quick trailer, and then I'll do the tier list afterwards. First, it's announcing that there's another tournament. So it has Goichi, has Sonic Fox. Those are the two top players that I know. Wawa, I have seen. Kakari, I don't really know. Yasha, I've seen him. Wade, I don't know. I think he's from the US though. But I know Goichi and Sonic Fox for sure. Those are people that are always towards the top when it comes to fighters. They've both won multiple Evos. So now this is an Evo in France. So that's going to be what's coming up. And I'm surprised FighterZ has lasted this long, man. It's been like, what, 5 years now? 5, 6, 7 years. Just about. Yeah, it's been a lot of time. But yeah, that's basically what's coming. And then this one is where it shows the new character towards the end of this. So I'm just going to let some of these, the whole trailer play so you guys can see it. After that, we're going into a tier list. Okay. So they made little minimal changes as well. They said every character has a couple of updates. Probably just more balancing. That's the thing about games like Street Fighter and other competitive games like this. Like, you can always find something else that is meta, and then eventually they want it to be like everybody's on equal playing field. So they do that a lot on FighterZ. They always keep it updated. And then here is where they announce it. Goku Super Saiyan 4 from Daima. New warrior joins the fight. Spring 2026. Find your way through the qualifiers. Challenge the legends. And if y'all want to play in the tournament, there y'all go. But there's not too much I wanted to say about that. Now I wanted to go and make this video that I'm excited to make, which is ranking all the Dragon Ball Daima episodes, which there's only 20. It's not a lot that we have to do, so I'm happy that we can do this, right? So there's a S, Migliori, okay, A, Automi, B, Buwani, C, episode, mediocre, D, episode, Peggiori. So basically S, A, B, C, D. There's no F on here. There should be some Fs. I'm not gonna lie. Might be some Fs in there. But before we even start this, I want to start by saying anyone who hasn't watched Daima at all, it is very slow. The beginning parts are just not fun. Like, they're kind of just random, things. And little bosses, little enemies that aren't a challenge, and there's no suspense in the beginning episodes. But what I will tell you is when you get to like those last 4 or 5 episodes, I gotta try to remember, but I'm going to change the order, but I'm gonna tell you right now, the last 4, 17, 18, 19, 20, like, I'm not even gonna waste time with those. Like, those for sure are S. 17, 18, 19, 20. I'm not even going to put these in full order. I'm going to go in order afterwards and say which one I think is the best. We're going to have a 1, 2, 3, all the way throughout 20. But no question, that's the first thing I'm going to do. Those first 4 episodes are without a doubt an S. Those are the most important episodes of the whole, season, the whole series. And if you do want to watch just 4 episodes, definitely those 4, no question. Don't skip those ones. Okay? So now that we're going into this, we're going to start from number 1 and just do it that way, right? So the first one is basically, if you didn't see Dragon Ball Z, you didn't see the Buu Saga, this is all flashbacks. This is flashbacks. This is introducing the demon realm. It's showing Goma. It's showing someone who ends up being Supreme Kai's brother. It's showing a lot of the beginning characters that you're gonna see. You see Glorio. You see a Namekian from the demon realm. You see a lot. You just get introduced to all the characters, and you get a bunch of flashbacks from the Buu saga. So that's basically what this one is. And then also the Demon King realm. Dabura was the Demon King. He got killed in the Buu saga. His father, Demon King Abura, was the previous king. So that's all the info that you get from there. This is definitely not BA or S because it's so much flashbacks and stuff like that and introductions. It's not that good, but it's definitely not D. It's not bottom of the barrel, but I would say that episode is a C. That's kind of where I would rank that. Okay, now going to episode 2, I'm also having the description so I could remember each episode as well. I don't want to just randomly forget certain parts, so I am having the descriptions up to remind myself. But let's see. Episode 2, right? This goes into making the wish, turning everybody into kids, and turning all the kids like Goten and Trunks into babies, right? So that was the wish, basically copying the GT version, where Emperor Pilaf turns Goku into a kid, but instead it's Goma turning everyone into a kid and people into babies. To me, I don't really understand why people don't like GT, but when Toriyama made Daima, he specifically took from GT, and the part that people didn't like, turning Goku into a kid again, they made everybody turn into a kid. So just personally, and story-wise, I don't think that was a good wish at all. I definitely think like it made a lot of the story like very childish and kiddish, and I didn't like that aspect. It made it way worse than GT in that aspect for making every single person a kid and a baby. Every person damn near had a new voice actor, and I didn't like that either because the kid voice actors they literally sounded like kids, and some of them were barely close to the actual character. I think the Piccolo one was fine. The Vegeta one was good. Goku was obviously Goku. But when it gets to the other characters, I don't like a kid version of Supreme Kai and, Bulma and stuff like that. I didn't like the other kid character voices, to be honest with you. So I'm definitely going to put that one as D. I don't know if that was the worst episode, but it was not one of the good ones. Now we go to episode 3. So episode 3, Goku, Supreme Kai, and Glorio head to the Demon Realm. This is when they first go to the Demon Realm. They already said, hey, let's go to the Demon Realm and, get everything together. We're going to have to fight Goma. We're going to have to do these kinds of things. So they already decided they have to go to the Demon Realm and confront the aggressors, the people who took the Dragon Balls, and they have to go over there. All right, so it's them looking at the Demon Realm for the first time. This one's definitely not a D, not a C. I don't know if I want to say B. Like, this is a decent episode. I mean, I'll put it at B because it's like you're seeing the Demon Realm for the first time. You're on a new area. You're seeing these different, aliens and stuff like that, different races. I'm going to put that at B because it's a good introduction one. It's not too crazy. You get like that one bar fight from Goku, but other than that, it's like, I'll put it at B. It's basic, you know what I mean? A little bit above average. When you go to episode, let me see where we're at right now. That was episode 3. So let's see. Give me one sec, guys. Episode 4. So first, forced to make their way through the Demon Realm. Okay. So this is where they are traveling with Glorio, going around. I think they find the lady with the bugs as well. I think this is also where that happens, where they found the lady with the bugs. Let me see. This one is not that memorable. I'm going to probably put it at a C. I don't think this one was that good. It's just going around, you know what I mean, different parts of the Demon Realm, but nothing special happens. It's kind of like a whatever type of episode. Now we're going to go into episode 5. So episode 5 introduces Pansy, who is the little girl whose father is the king, or rules a certain area in the Demon Realm. Pansy, is like a freedom fighter for some of those people down there, and like the people who rule under Goma and are taking control of everybody. You introduce Pansy, which is like a nice little character who really is very comparable to Pan in the way that they are and stuff like that, and the little kid aspect to it. Pansy's a decent character. Like, I really just do a comparison to Pan. That's how I feel about that. I mean, I could put this one at a B. I don't think it's a bad episode. It's not crazy or anything, but I think it's a decent episode. You know what I mean? So I'll put that at 5. When we go to episode 6, right? So, encountering the Gendarmerie, the Wardens of the Demon Realm. So they see the Wardens of the Demon Realm. They go into a cave. Goku gets a fight with, this Minotaur type of fellow. And you get like a little bit more fighting. You get Super Saiyan. You get some things like that. This one as well. This is a decent episode. I'm going to put it at a B as well. Definitely, I'm going to put it over. I'm going to lead. Do I want to make it better? Because I have to put these in exact order. I did forget about that as well. So let's see. I'm going to put this in front of episode 3. Because at least you get Super Saiyan Goku. You get a little bit more action. I'm going to put it at its leading B for now. Okay? So as it has some okay fights, it has some stuff in there. Now, episode 7 is basically when we're getting... Okay, let's see. We're getting reintroduced to Vegeta and those other characters. Let me see. They learn about the collar around Pansy's neck and other people trying to get rid of it and stuff like that. They continue on the journey. This is a decent episode. I'm gonna put it at... I'll put it behind number 3. I'll put it at B. It's still okay. It's not a bad episode at all. Episode 8 is when the episodes start getting... Like, it takes until 8 that I feel like you start getting good episodes at a good rate. It takes until episode 8. Because episode 8 is where it introduces the Tamagami. And you actually start to get a fight with one of the Tamagami. Because there's 3 Dragon Balls in the Demon Realm. First one, there's 3 Tamagami. The first one is in episode 8 that you see Goku actually fighting. You get some pretty good fights out of that one. And it starts his first fight. So for this one, I don't know if this is a top of the B or if it's an A episode. I'm going to say that this is an A episode. I don't think it's going to stay in this placement. But I feel like giving it an A that's good. You had good fights from that episode. You got actual, like, decent fights that you were looking for. You get some Kamehameha waves. I think it's right to put that in the A. Okay? Now, going to episode 9. Now, rumors of what Goku did in the 3rd Demon Realm, okay? So this is after Goku defeats the Tamagami. And people start to discover who he is, stuff like that. So they can't let their guard down. This as well... let me see. I think this is also when she makes the first Majin. So her making the first Majin, let me see. I think that was a good episode. Trying to remember. I think it's Majin Koob is his name, but this first Majin that she makes, it was some great lore. Like, they got to make another Majin. Let me think. This is a good episode too. I like that they're making the Majin. There's some magic happening. I feel like it's top of B type of episode. I don't know if I'd give that episode an A, but definitely it's above the Minotaur episode. I'll give it top of B right now. Episode 10. So episode 10, they go to the 2nd Demon Realm. Let me see. I don't think that's the one that has the fight. They're attacked by some people. This is episode 10. There is some decent fighting from episode 10. But that as well, I feel like that's a B episode. I feel like it's under the one where they first make the first Majin. That's above it. Now, the episode afterwards, number 11, when they make the 2nd Majin, that's a pretty good episode. Let's see. Now they regrouped with Vegeta. Is this the one with the giants? Let me try to remember. They all regrouped together. They got with Vegeta. It showed the 2nd Majin. I think this is an A episode. Yeah, this one has a lot. You got Goku and Vegeta and Piccolo, everyone getting back together. You got making the 2nd Majin, who's actually the way better Majin, who gets Super Saiyan 3 and all that. I'm going to put this at A. I think it's definitely an A episode. Now, we're going into, you know what I'm saying? You could already see the thumbnail for episode 12, and you see what you got to see. You see that Vegeta has Super Saiyan 3. Vegeta goes against one of the Tamagami, and he rolls out that Super Saiyan 3 everyone wanted to see. I think it's no question that is definitely, I don't know if it's a top A episode or an S episode actually. But definitely Vegeta's fight with the Tamagami was better than Goku's fight. Easily. No question about that. But because it introduces Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta, I think I have to give it an S. I think it's fair to give that an S for sure. So I'm going to throw that up there. Now, we have to reorganize 17, 18, 19, 20. But definitely. Super Saiyan 3 Goku, that's an S episode. Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta, that's an S episode as well. Because I'm trying to think. I'm going to have to reorganize the S afterwards. But I think right now that's good. I'm going to come back when I go in order, okay? But that's good for episode 12. Episode 13, okay, they're heading to where Goma is. Let's see. Engine trouble caused them to land on a certain planet. Oh, I also forgot to say, for episode 11, I think that's where Supreme Kai's sister also gets the Dragon Ball is in episode 11. So that's why that's an A. That's a great episode too. Let me see. Episode 13, they're trying to go where Goma is. I think that's where they land on the giant planet on episode 13. Yes, that is that episode. So I like that episode. I'm going to put that at A. I'm going to say is it second or third of A? Damn. Now I'm going to put it behind that. I'm going to put it third of A because I think this episode is better when you have the two Martians getting the Dragon Ball. You get to see the moves of both of them. I'm going to put that above it. Now, episode 14. Okay? So 14, to stop Goku's advancement. Goku, okay. I think this is when they close it, right? This is when, let me see. Let me see. I think this is when they were trying to stop them from going to the next realm, and then they have these guys fight them as well. That's what that episode is mostly about. The knockoff Ginyu Force fighting them. So the knockoff Ginyu Force, where should I put that? I didn't really like that personally. I can give it like maybe right here, maybe after 9. I think it's a B. No way it's an A or S episode in my mind. This knockoff Ginyu Force is not, memorable at all. I don't remember any of their names, and I knew as soon as they said them, I was like, yo, I'm not going to care about any of them. They all look too close to each other. None of them did anything memorable besides that, like, explosive fireball thing that one of them was able to do. Besides that, nothing else. Is just another posing type of gimmick. And it wasn't, memorable for any of them. So I am going to skip through that. Next, we have episode 15. So this is the evil third eye. This is getting all the lore between Demon King Abora and, Goma trying to get that third eye. That's that episode. Getting that third eye, finding the location, and moves to obtain it. This is a good episode. A lot of lore. It gives basically everything that you need to know. I think this is a great episode. I'm not going to lie. I don't know if it's an A or an S personally. I feel like this episode is an A. Like, it's important. You're getting a lot of that lore. I think it's an A episode. I don't know whether it's second or third of A. It's definitely better than the giant episode when they landed on that planet. I'm not sure if it's better than this episode. But for lore purposes, I'm going to put it above that episode. I think it's a good episode. I'm going to add it there. Now we're on episode 16. 16, Dekasu. Okay. Now, this is where Dekasu, Supreme Kai's brother, kind of goes AWOL. He kidnaps baby Dende, and he says, yo, he's going to shoot him if they don't let him escape and all that. But eventually, he gets caught by one of the Majins. They hit him, they catch him, and then he gets confined. Like, were able to restrain him. It's a good episode. I think it's an A episode, but it's behind that giant. Is it above that giant episode? Possibly. I don't think so. I'm going to put it right behind that one, but it's an A episode for sure. Now, last thing we're at, we got to reorganize 17, 18, 19, 20. I'm going to go through the description so I know for sure You know what I mean? What we want to do about these last episodes, okay? Okay. Let's see. What they want to do. This is where they face off with R and Sue when they say like pick your best fighters, right? They're gonna have the Majin and they're gonna have one of their best fighters go against each other. Basically, that fight starts. Eventually, Goma interrupts and they all start fighting Goma. We get Super Saiyan 3 Goku as well. That, what I'm trying to figure out is, was that a better episode than the Vegeta Super Saiyan 3 episode? I don't know. They're both, that's both of them going Super Saiyan 3, both really good episodes. I think Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta is more important and better, obviously, than Super Saiyan 3 Goku because we've already had that before. But outside of Super Saiyan 3, this episode is more important when you take out both of them turning Super Saiyan 3. So that's the thing. Like, the thumbnail of both of these is hard because it's like, yo, you do get Super Saiyan 3 Goku, you do get Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta. This was more important than the story, but this episode was a better constructed episode and everybody got some shine in this episode. So I want to leave that at S, right above the Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta, but Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta is a bigger moment than Super Saiyan 3 Goku again. So I want to just keep that in mind. Episode 18, this is an awakening. This is when basically you get introduced to that Super Saiyan 4 Goku. It's when it makes its final, it makes its shine. You finally get introduced to that Super Saiyan 4 Goku, but it is Kid Super Saiyan 4 Goku. So that one, I'm going to put it above. Obviously, it's a new episode. It's a new shine and everything. I'm going to put that above the Daima episode and, above 17 and 12. I'm going to put it at number 3 for now because I think 19 and 20 are both better. So when you go to episode 19, this is when we don't know what Glorio's going to do. What is he going to wish for? You know what I mean? As they're actually fighting, starting to get tired, starting to swap out. I think, let me see. I'm going to put this one at 19. I'm going to put that at 19. I think that's fair to put that one at 19. At number 2 right now. Let me see. Yeah, I think that's fair. Episode 20 is when everything comes to a conclusion. They finally get to finish off Goma, hitting him in the back of the head 3 times as well. That the Majin got to do. Majin Koob, I'm pretty sure. And, I think that's a different Majin. Let me see. Let me just clarify. I think Majin Koob is the other one. Let me see. I kind of just want to clarify. I don't want to just randomly say it. Okay. I just want to clarify really quickly that I'm getting the Majins correctly. I think Majin Koob is the one who did it. Majin Ku, Majin Du. That's correct. Sorry. This is Majin Ku, and then this is Majin Du. So Majin Ku gets the last 3 strikes on the back of his head in episode 20 on Goma, and then also he becomes Demon King, right? King of the Demon Realm. So that was a good episode as well. Oh, but half of the episode is that. That's true. They finish off Goma, but the other half of the episode is like leaving, saying goodbye, everything like that. So actually, the episode 20 is not. Episode 19 definitely is above that one. I'm not gonna lie, because half of this episode is just the outros and everything and leaving the planet, and so I gotta put 19 above that, especially with the wish to make everyone turn into an adult. That's the climax of the whole thing, so I have to put 19 first. In fact, I have to put 18 in front of it too, because 18 was when you first got to see Super Saiyan 4 at all in Daima. So that was important to the story. I think that's above that one. I'm going to put 20 after that, I think that's important. Now, I do like these episodes as well, but I think this is the correct order. I think that's correct. right? So this is the order that I have it in. I'm trying to look at the other sections. I think that's good. I think that's a good top 5. Episode 19, 18, 20, 17, 12. And then the best episode of A, I have Goku fighting the first Tamagami, right? First, for sure, we have that up there. You have the lore behind Goma and the third eye after that. And then you have episode 11, where you had Majin Buu getting the other Tamagami. Okay, so that's very important. Yeah, I think we got all the episodes from that, to be honest with you. Let me see. The other ones, yeah, the Giant Planet. This is the one where Dekasu goes on his own and runs off with Dende. Then you got Majin Buu being made. You got the knockoff Ginyu Force. You got episode 10. Not remembering it fully. But 6, you got the Minotaur. 3, you got them first going to the Demon Realm. Then you got Pansy being introduced. You got this other dude being introduced as well in the Bug Lady. You got the first episode with everything, flashbacks and stuff like that. You got this episode with the Freedom Fighters and stuff. And then you got this episode of Glorio telling them you got to go to the Demon Realm. And them starting to head there. So I think this is a good ratings. What I want to know is, do you guys agree with this rating? Basically, I want to know if you guys agree with this rating or if there's any that you would change. Personally, I think that this is the best part of it. And when it comes to ratings, I feel like the most important are the top part. You saying what's the best is the most important, because you saying what's the best is honestly, the things we really care about. And this is a good one. Like, for sure, the last 4 episodes are in the top 5. They're definitely better than all the other episodes. And then the next 2 are Tamagami episodes. Vegeta fighting a Tamagami, getting Super Saiyan 3, which clearly is over Goku fighting a Tamagami, which is after that. So that's why I put the tier between those 2 to show that the Tamagami for Vegeta is an S. The Tamagami with Goku is nothing new. So that one has to be at the top of A. But everything else I feel good about. I like basically anything from A to S. I think were good episodes, which is not bad. That's really 10 out of the 20 episodes I think are really good episodes, which is good to say. Now, after that, I think 9 is also a good episode too. But after episode 9, those 10 are great. Those are great episodes. This one is a good episode too. I would leave it. The other 9, I don't think are that good. They're not that memorable. I don't really care about them. So I would say out of the 20, 11 of them are good. That's 55%. I feel like the rest of them, they should have tuned it up a little bit. But I'm curious how you guys feel. Do you think I got the top stack of it correctly? Do you guys think any of the episodes I ranked were incorrect or you wouldn't agree with? Let me know how you guys feel. And also, I want to know what you guys' favorite episode is. So leave that in the likes, in the comments. And also, let me know what other videos you guys want to see from me. I'm going to be making a lot of Dragon Ball content. Going to be delving into other animes as well when I feel like it. So let me know what you guys would like to see on the channel. But also, man, if you guys like what I'm doing, sub up, please, because we're trying to hit 1,000 subs. That's the thing we're going for this year. So besides that, I'm going to end up calling this a video. You are going to see some clips from Traplocks, a product that I'm making. So if you guys want to sign up for that, we're going to have some clips at the end, and the link's going to be in the description. But besides that, it's been already QME. You already know, socials down below, and I'll catch y'all.